August the 4th, 2024. Guys, you are looking at images over the Gulf of Mexico this morning. It is 7:26 a.m. Sunday morning. The storm is still on track, basically, to go right up into that corner of Florida. Now, we're going to look at that. I'm not going to make this a long video. I want to do some tracking information. I'll come back up in about an hour. First, this is what we got. It's a little closer to shore than what the tracking showed, but now it is saying that it's going to be a Cat 1 before it comes ashore, more out in this region, which gives us the possibility of approaching a Category 2. We'll take a look at it. First, let's look at the infrared. These storms are real compact now, guys. There's a lot of moisture in them. Look at this. You see where the rotation is. Everything's throwing to the right, northeast quadrant up on Florida. You guys all the way through central Florida are getting rain or about to. Now, right now, we're still at a tropical storm. About 2 a.m. in the morning. Tonight, after midnight, hurricane right here. They weren't putting this H in here until it was right before coming ashore. So again, this may give it time to strengthen a little further. Remaining a hurricane all the way up close to the Georgia line, and then coming back out into the Atlantic, and then pushing through South Carolina. But this section is a very wide area of cone, so they're not. That's just telling you they're a little uncertain where this thing may go. Plus, they're showing some rotation in these and spinning back down towards the Gulf in a couple of the models. Now, this is a big change, major. You pay attention to it. The red area now is 6 to 10 feet storm surge. In the yellow, you've got up to 6 feet. In the blue, up to 3 feet. Orange is 9 feet. This is between the Suwannee River and Yankeetown. But this red area, guys, the reason it's going to be that large of a storm surge is because everything's pushing into this area. It's kind of just like a catcher's mitt. It's going to catch that storm, force it into the narrow areas of this section, and you're going to have 10-foot storm surge. That's not waves. That's not tide. Now, this flash flood risk is also changed. We went from yellow and green 2 days ago. They added this orange in there. That's a 40%. But now here in the pink, guys, from Savannah to Charleston, you've got a 70% chance of flash flooding. You've got some low-lying areas through South Carolina here. I've been up to a couple of places, Myrtle Beach and like that. Some beautiful, beautiful places there. But you're going to have a lot of storm surge coming in, and you'll be able to really watch a lot of the storm from your beach webcams, along like at Myrtle Beach and places like that. But just be aware of this. Again, 40% chance over a wide swath of Florida, Georgia, and the Carolinas. Right through there. And in rain, this is a 5%, but you have a possibility of it all the way back over Atlanta and up through Charlotte. Now, I just want to point out, again, Debbie, we're at 60 miles per hour, 50 knots, central pressure 1001. It is moving northwest at 13 miles an hour. And in the video last night, one of the models, I think it was the Canadian model, showed a secondary storm coming in behind it. But this one's being pushed or is guided in its path that they're projecting is to stay further south, coming in around the Yucatan. That would more than likely be that high pressure setting back in. This could change also. Right now, we're going to focus on Debbie. Now, we're at 60 miles an hour again, but they're saying by this afternoon at 2 p.m. it will be up to 70 miles an hour, and just 74 miles is your Cat 1. So expect that to come a little quicker, and expect this to be very close to a Cat 2. Monday at 2 a.m. That's tonight after midnight, an 85 mile per hour hurricane sitting right here. Monday at 2 p.m., it is coming ashore as still a Cat 1, slowed down by 10 miles an hour from 85 to 75 miles an hour. It does not get less than a tropical storm through this entire path right there, 50 miles an hour, 50, because one leg of this thing setting offshore, 45 as it moves through Georgia. And their watches and warnings are pretty much matching up with the National Hurricane Center. Red is your hurricane warnings, pink is watches, blue is tropical storm warnings, this yellow is tropical storm watches. So much of Florida, you're going to be involved in this storm in one way or the other. This is going to be the dangerous part. Now again, I think it's moving a little closer to shore than what the tracking is showing, so just make sure that you're aware, even down towards Tampa. Okay, guys, right now where it's setting, more than likely it's pushing a lot of water up into Tampa Bay. And guys, the ocean is very quiet now there. Check this out. Tide is medium, doesn't look like it's too high or too low. This is Clearwater Beach, Hilton down there, so you can see the storms offshore and moving north, moving from left to right. It's kind of the calm before the storm. Remember that. They have done a lot of clearing of the beaches, of the chairs and things like that. Some of the rides and floats, I can see that. This is going to change throughout the afternoon, so you guys be very aware of what you're doing. Now's the time just to double check your cars for gas. You charge your phones, laptops, like I always say. Get some extra batteries, extra water, extra food. Check your generators, because when you've got a strong Cat 1 or Category 2 coming in, you're going to be without power for a few days, guys. So just think of that. Now I'm going to do some plotting, check a little more details on this thing, drink my cup of coffee, and I'll get back up. But right now, this is a heads up. Be safe.